Good morning. Personal reading code, Lionsgate07. That's going to be on the screen somewhere here. This is a general reading with hopefully love in the future, but we'll see what pulls up. If you're new here, when I do personal readings, you get a code because if it fits for one person in the collective, it could fit for multiples. So that's how I typically do my reading. Please do not make this reading fit if it does not resonate. If you want to book your own personal reading, my email address is in the bio. So let's get started. Spirit, please channel through me to give Lionsgate07 the message for the greatest and highest good, please. And during this reading, I'll refer to Lionsgate07 as collective. So, tell me, Spirit. What's the reading here? All right. You may have felt like there were some injustices, or some injustices actually took place in your past. Because of these injustices, you may have even felt like you had to move locations or start over multiple times. You may have felt like you weren't protected. You may have even felt a little shell-shocked at some things that took place in your life. There's a horse frolicking in the background. Maybe this is significant for you, maybe not. You kind of took many leap of faiths here. You may have felt stuck and stagnant in the places you were. Again, injustices were here. Things that you did not know, things you were, it was almost like you were being held back, and blindfolded, as in there was just things around you that were taking place that A, probably weren't okay, but B, you didn't know anything about, as in like hidden things you weren't aware of. Yeah. So what card almost flew out right there? You may have felt like your community didn't get along with you, or you didn't feel like you fit in very well, but you had a couple towers here, and this may have been the reason that you actually completely uprooted and changed your life, and it could have been for protection reasons. Again, you may have had people in your energy that just were not for you, and to be honest, you're like a flower, and you needed to be able to grow, and you couldn't grow with the environments that you were in. You had some towers here that caused you to go through a lot of emotions, a lot of imbalance, a lot of overthinking, maybe even a lot of crying. Again, heavy emotions. You had a decision. Big decision. And this was, do you want to do it on your own? Do you want to leave behind the things that weren't serving you? You really may have just felt so alone and isolated during this time. Like a one person show confirmation. So as you completed that portion, you had a Page of Cups situation come in. Lions are very significant. That's the second lion that's popped up now. The Strength card. You kind of got back out there. You really got back out there, actually. You quickly started getting more comfortable with yourself, maybe even your confidence. You started becoming more of a social butterfly, potentially, taking new pathways, taking new journeys. Again, getting back out there. You seem to start being more generous, start being more open to love, and balancing out what love could be. Again, your past, what you experienced, it really shows that you got really nervous about relationships. You may have blocked people off. You may have been defensive. Or you may have just put your guard up. Yeah, you just didn't have the support that you needed. You had to carry a lot of weight and a lot of burdens on your own. You did not receive the support that you deserved and that you wanted. People may not even have believed you at times, to those that you did confide in, of what you had experienced in the past. You may have given up even talking to people about it because of this. Again, you're very strong. Lionsgate07, and you're protected as well. 7 is an angel number, and you're definitely protected. You didn't let this stuff get you down. Yeah, you had to go through trials and tribulations, climbing up hills, running down them, climbing up hills, running down them. But you started putting work into yourself, your ambitions. You started really focusing on how you can make a better life for yourself, how you can hit those goals, hit those dreams. You maybe even started making lists about all the things you wanted in life. So the Lovers comes out reversed. And we're not quite to the Current yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, after you start kind of focusing on yourself and rebuilding yourself, we show a commitment here. So you may have met someone. This person may have helped you. There wasn't a lot of confusion and chaos here. This may have been a good relationship for you for a while, maybe even at first. This could have been a marriage. Times may have been hard as far as feeling like you had to kind of start from scratch with finances, but it seems like something that was budding. A budding friendship, maybe. Let's see here. Looks like something may have taken place with this situation, with this long-term commitment. This could have been a marriage. Yeah. You may have changed your mind about this situation. Things may have taken a turn for the worse, and you had to leave. 8 of Cups here. Yeah, you're a lion with lion strength, and you said, I'll frolic along, I'll keep going, I'll keep pushing. And that's a 6 of Wands. Also, I apologize for sniffling. I have a sinus infection. Yeah, you received some sort of clarity here. But again, you went to balance out your own life. You listened to the birdies. You kind of did your own thing, regardless of what anyone said or what it looked like. Because again, you don't stop. You keep pushing forward. You're a very strong person. Yeah, you came out the High Priestess. It's like, you're the type of person, I'm not going to let anything get me down. And there's grapes and pomegranates here. Very stable. And normally I don't call this out, but the letter B and J is in the High Priestess card. May be significant to you. There is a crescent moon here. And there's a robe, and maybe you even got, you kind of started looking and researching into different cultures and religions, and this played a part in this as well, but you came out as the High Priestess here. 10 of Pentacles. Started doing very well for yourself, very stable. Started receiving the things that you wanted in life. The fruits of your labor started really paying off. Knight of Cups came out, so back at love again. With a King of Cups, very emotionally mature person here. And this may have kind of happened quickly. It may have felt like magic at first. This person may have came off as a savior or like a knight in shining armor. The color orange may be significant for you here. This person seemed like they were planting good seeds for the future. Seemed like they wanted a future. Seemed like they could really have a lot of good qualities that could bear beautiful fruit one day. But this person seemed maybe like they did a lot less, had a lot less movement, a lot more thinking. Maybe they didn't take as much action, but talked a lot of big words about, the devil popped out. So this person, they were chained. This person may have struggled with a lot of things. They may have had a lot of trauma. They were definitely chained to the root chakra here. They could have had addictions, whether it was gambling, whether it was lying, cheating, a schmexual addiction, pornography, something that was binding them. It was something that was binding them. And it impacted this relationship. You found out about this. You received clarity about this. This wasn't something that I think you anticipated, or maybe they lied at the beginning of what this looked like. There was deceit. There's a lot of illusions painted here. This is kind of the clarity you received. Heartbreak. You wanted it to work out because, again, they came out the gate as this King of Cups energy. They alluded to the fact that they were emotionally mature. They were a leader, someone people would look up to, someone that wouldn't lie and deceive you, someone that was planting these great seeds to grow this beautiful garden for the future. And unfortunately, they may have been a manipulator. And this broke your heart. I think you really had a lot of high hopes for this situation. Yeah. 3 of Cups reversed. Oh. We've got a pink King of Pentacles that flew on the side here. And an Ace of Cups. very shortly after this